There are decades when nothing happens, and there are weeks where decades happen. True for life, true for markets. The truly young and the striving, however, are always restless for every opportunity, whether daily or decadal, to amass their fame and fortune. Hello everyone, I'm your host Ramesh Tamani, welcoming you back to a brand new episode of Wizards of the Street. With grit, imagination, and a drumful of daring, my guest overcame his modest roots and transformed himself from a programmer to a player in the capital markets, all within 20 years. Still young and at 50, and in his first TV appearance, let's hear his inspiring story. Please help me welcome Director at Ohm Securities, Amal Parikh. Amal, welcome to the Wizards.
Thank you so much, Rameshji.
It's a pleasure to have you finally, Amal, on the show. Amal, we're in 2023. Let me take you back to 1989. Where were you and what was your first job?
So I started with YSN Shares and Securities and started a job getting 2,500 rupees a salary. And I was a computer operator. At that point of time, computer was a new thing for a stock market. And I got a job because of my computer knowledge.
Why did you choose a computer job in the stock market as opposed to a programming job, which you were qualified for?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got a job where I was studying for the faculty, and I didn't take that job.
Though it paid more, I told.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was getting a more salary over there, but I wanted to come to the stock market.
You made 2,500 rupees at that time, which is a modest sum even by that standard of that era.
Sure.
You're a kid in Ville Parle. What was your definition of being rich at that time?
Oh, 1.5 crore, that's it.
Would have made you happy?
Absolutely happy, super happy. With 2,500 also, I was very happy that I don't have to ask any money from my dad.
Correct. But you were a kid traveling now back and forth by local train, I assume, from Ville Parle to your job assignment. First, professionally, did programming help you to become a better stock picker?
Yeah, absolutely. So my journey started in 91, and around 98, 99, we saw the boom in tech. That is where I invested a lot of money in technology and made a lot of money in 2000 also. I exited very well in 2000. So it really helped me.
It helped you understand the companies better?
Absolutely. And still it helps me in a lot of, till now.
Amal, while you've clearly understood technology companies, someone who understood you at a very young age was a mentor you had. Tell me who he was and how did he influence you?
So my mentor was Rakesh Junjunwala.
You were servicing him as a broker, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we always call him Bhaiya.
Yes, of course. Everyone does.
Yeah. So yeah, he was a father figure, mentor, guide, and he has influenced in all the aspect, not only the stock market, in my life also.
You're not a drinker.
Yeah.
That's one thing you didn't learn from him, luckily.
Absolutely. I'm a teetotaler,
yes.
So yeah, I learned a lot of things. I'll stick to the stock market where how to invest, buy and hold, and think for a long term rather than short term. In trading also, a lot of trading style, I replica Rakesh Bhaiya with a very strict stop loss, only trade with a lot of liquidity, otherwise just pass.
Don't be a leader in the trading market, be a follower in the trading market.
Yeah, so that's we called as never be a engine, always be a bogey.
Bogey. And cutting the stop loss's famous axiom was vadare vadare levanu, ghatare ghatare bechwanu.
Absolutely.
Which means buy on strength, sell on weakness.
Absolutely.
Correct. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Rakesh influenced you for the course of your career. But the first stock that magnified your income and made you perhaps more wealthy than you were was VisualSoft.
Absolutely.
Tell me the story of Visual.
So, VisualSoft was a devolved issue, and I showed the company to Rakesh Bhaiya, and we liked the company. So, first Bhaiya invested, and along with him, I also invested in a company. Quarter on quarter, they were doing fantastic. Obviously, it was a tech boom. In the end, they were trying to make some black box for the car.
Correct.
And they were never successful in that. But yeah, for me, the journey was great, and I exited also on time.
So you bought it at 50, 100 rupees, which it was probably around listing time, and you sold it at what price for the record?
So I sold between 800 to 1200 some. And
After
then
10 times your money. Yeah.
Yes. And then I sold at 8,000 rupees.
Took the entire ride through.
Absolutely.
And did Rakesh, you followed Rakesh in that?
No. I don't think so. I don't know when he sold, but he was he exited quite early.
Okay. But Amal, let me ask you this point. We often say as investors that time in the market is more important than timing the market. But you've had an exceptional ability to stop or smell market tops and bottoms. 2008, the world was reeling under global financial crisis, and yet it was your best year possible. First, tell me, how do you sense or how do you smell a top that's coming? Because you saw it in 2000, you saw it in 2008. What are the clues?
So generally, there are many, but I'll stick to a couple of them which are very important. So, and specifically in 2008, US market went down. We were not falling. Market was holding up. There was a lot of leverage in the market. Valuations were super expensive. Some of the stocks went almost 100% from August 2007 level. And that is where I thought that, look, this can't sustain. The trigger was there was a large IPO, Reliance Power.
Reliance Power, yes.
Yeah, and the grey market price was almost 100% premium. At that time, every guy on the street wanted to invest in our power, and probably banks, institution, insurance, everybody wanted to invest.
Easy money.
Easy money. And that is where, I checked with my retail brokers. Every guy took out their credit, which they had in the broking account. And
because markets were going up and they were doing well.
yeah, they were making a lot of money with the broker, but they wanted that money to be apply in the IPO of our power. Obviously, because they were seeing the price difference between the IPO and the grey market price. That is where I thought that if market goes down little from here, then it will be a chaos because people will not have the margin to pay, and then they have to unwind their position. And that is what exactly happened. Market went down a little, and then people had to unwound the position forcefully because they didn't have money.
So you got out successfully in 2008, but you had an uncanny ability, Amal, to come back at the bottoms. It's not that you were permanently bearish or that you decided, I made my money, I'm getting out of the markets. How do you spot bottoms?
So exactly, a lot of things are opposite to what it is on the top. So people don't want to talk about equity. The volume happens, huge delivery happens, and the stock price does not fall. Then lot of time exchange unwind position for broker or for clients, not because of the margin they have.
Last people can't pay the margin, so
that's correct.
Position is
and that is what exactly the bottom forms. Obviously, the valuations always have to be seen. And in 2009, we all knew the valuations was very, very cheap. It's just about nobody had a daring to buy an equity. And we bought it like in 2009 also.
So you've told me about the story of Rakesh, who's helped you throughout your career. Have there been other mentors who've helped you? Because you clearly needed them. You were just a kid out of Villa Parlour.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things I missed, I would say, in 2008, the Amit Goyla and Puneet Bhatia.
Partner at Rare Enterprises.
Yes,
Amit.
and Puneet Bhatia, head of TPG, India. They both explained me what is a subprime problem and what is a housing crisis in US. And that helped me a lot besides R Power trigger.
Crisis.
Other than that, I have two more mentors. One is R.K. Damani ji and one is Ashish Pant. So,
how did they help you? Give me a quick summary of what you learned from them.
Ashish taught me, he is like a teacher. When you sit with him, he'll go on teaching you every now and then. And I always call him Guruji only.
And RK?
RK is we call as a Bhai Saab. But it's again, every minute what you spend with him, you learn something from him. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
And you were lucky to, I mean, the odds of you meeting them are pretty remote.
Absolutely.
From 1989, and yet you serviced them and they became your friends and your mentors, right?
Absolutely.
Correct, it's amazing. How do you deal with losses? I mean, the markets teach you, humble you almost every single day.
I'll tell you a very funny thing. I get relieved when I book my losses. I'm fresh when I book my losses. And I have no emotions. That is what I have learned from Rakesh Bhaiya.
True trader.
True trader.
Huh.
And I think same goes with Mr. Damani also. Both are very, very quick in booking their losses. That's what I've learned from them, and I continue to do that till now in my trading.
Amal, there are two different mindsets at work here. Investing requires a lot of patience, and trading requires being trigger happy. Is it possible to have both of them?
Yeah, I'm running it live since years.
Is it hard, or do you fight yourself, or does trading become investing?
No, I don't think so. It's hard. It's just a mindset what you have to train your mind to do so. One of the stock which I bought, Hindustan Aeronautic, Jubilant Food, I bought it and it went down by 25%. I still added that stock because I was convinced on the fundamentals.
So the get-go, yeah, sorry, go ahead, finish your point.
So it does not shake me on when I'm doing an investment. Probably if I would have bought Jubilant Food or Hindustan Aeronautic in trading, I would have sold in 2%, 3% losses.
So when you initiate a trade, you tell yourself this is the investment bucket, this is the trading bucket. How does that work? How do you segregate the two?
It's very simple. Anything which I buy in Amal Parikh and Viral Parikh, it's an investment.
Okay.
And I have my partnership firm, and anything which I do over there, it's a trading. So I keep it very simple.
So you make a conscious decision that this is an investment, so I'm putting in my personal name.
That's correct.
Correct. So Amal, every stock market person, a lot of stories about the ones that they got right, the ones that got away, or the ones that bothered them. Share with me some of your success, the stock that you're proudest of picking, or the one that, you know, had mud on your face.
So I have a couple of them, but I'll talk about one, which is a Dalmia Cement. I bought Dalmia Cement around 210-20 in, I think, 2014. Typically, the market cap was 1,700 crore, debt was 4,000 crore. And
what did you see in them?
It's just that the visibility of EBITDA, I could see like 400 to 500 crores of an EBITDA per annum. You have a 1,700 crores market cap and you have an EBITDA of 400 crores. It's amazing.
No brainer.
No brainer.
How many times X did you make in that?
Oh, so today price is around 1,900. X split, it becomes 3,800.
Right.
Yeah.
So 200 to 3,800, almost a 20 bagger.
That's right.
Lovely. Amal, what we'll do is we go bankrupt if you don't take commercial breaks. We'll take a break,
Sure.
come back, and then we'll ask you about your more painful losses also in the stock
Sure,
market.
sure.
Let's take a break, come back and chat some more with Amal Parikh of Ohm Securities.